Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the practical implementation of this container restart policy. So in the previous video, we have learned about the different types of restart policy what are available. So normally there are available 4 types, right? First one is never, and the another one is always, and the next one is what is that one? On failure, and last one is the unless stop. So these are the 4 things which we have learned. Now let's try to see one by one. The first one is which I want to tell you is, for example, let's say that, so right now I don't have any containers in my Docker host machine. If you try to see, nothing is there. So let's try to create one container, Docker container run -d and -- name nginx -demo. I will try to give it, and I am not giving any restart policy. So that means by default the restart policy will be no, but we'll discuss about that one afterwards. And now when I try to click on this one, so it is asking the image name. Okay, sorry, I forgot to give the image name. Now a container has been created. Now if you try to check the container for this one, so now the container for this one is, it has been created and it is up 7 seconds ago. So now what I will try to do here, so now I will try to reboot my entire virtual machine. So now when I reboot my entire virtual machine, so what will happen is, so automatically the system will be shut down. So again I will be restarting my system. So now when I restart my system, all the containers that are present in this system or in this virtual machine will also be stopped. So just like your laptop, when you shut down your laptop, all the applications that are present in that laptop will be shut down, right? Will be closed, right? In the same scenario, if you try to close the virtual machine or reboot the virtual machine, then all the containers that are present in this one will be stopped. So I will try to show you the demo by default. This is by default. So now if you try to check here, I will reboot it. Sudo, I am doing the reboot. So now it has been rebooting. You can check it here automatically. So it is rebooting again. So let it reboot. So now if you try to check the status of this container, so if I try to open, so this is something like SSH what I want to say is tool only. So this is one software application, MobiXterm. You can use it putty, or otherwise you can use with the what is that one, SSH command prompt also you can use it. Why I am using this one is automatically my credentials and all those things will be saved directly. See here, network error stopped, right? So let's try to close it. When this one got on, so now this one on, right? Now what I will try to do is I will start this one automatically. See here, so my system will be solved. So there is no need for me to type the password. So that is the reason I am using this one. So fine. So I am closing this one. So now let's try to check the status of the container. So if I try to check the Docker container ps-a, then you will be able to see that it is exited with 0. So that means, so previously when I am trying to restart this one, so here it is in the running state, right? But when I try to stop this one, automatically the container also got stopped. So what we need to do, if the container got stopped, we need to manually start the container. So this is one thing. And for example, let's say that if I want to update the what I want to say is the status of this container. If you want to update the status of this container, you can update it. As I already told you, right? The Docker container, what I can say is the Docker container, when you have already created the Docker container, you can update the status of the container. You can update the restart policy after creating the container also. Whereas the port forwarding, which we have learned it, right? So the port forwarding that should be added at the time of the container creation only. So you need to understand the difference between these two. So if you try to check the Docker container update -help, if you try to check here, so this is the Docker container help, and you'll be able to see everything. You'll be able to see, so CPU and memory, so process ID limits, and last you will be able to see a restart. So that means we can use the restart policy. So if I want to update the restart policy, means what I can do is Docker container update -restart. So I can give something like no, that is by default. and you can give nginx demo. That's it. So automatically the Docker status will be updated. So if how can you check this Docker status means, so Docker container inspect the Docker name. So if you try to check it here at the top, somewhere you will be able to see a restart policy. Maybe it will be mentioned or not, I don't know. Let's try to see it. Yeah, here you will be able to see a restart policy and the name is no. So this is how you can check the restart policy, what it has been applied for the container. So this is a default, this is the default restart policy. So whenever the container got stopped or the container is in the running process means it will be never restarted again. So you need to do it manually. So whenever the container got stopped by any reason, whether it is manually stopped or anything, so the container will not restart again. So you need to do it manually. So this is the first one. So that's it guys. So if you try to check the Docker container ps-a, so it is got exited. So how we can start this container? So we can start the container only Docker container start, and you need to use the nginx -demo. So we need to start the container like this. Now let's say that I will update the container with a restart always. So we know, right? So the second one is restart always. So we have checked about the never. Now the second one is restart always. So if I try to check Docker container update -restart, I am changing it to always. Okay, and for which one I am changing nginx-demo. That's it. So now I have updated this container restart policy. Now if I want to check it means, so here in order to start means we need to start this one. So I already told you that for the restart policy to apply, the container should be up at least 10 seconds. So now if I try to check the Docker container Docker container ps, now you'll be able to see it has up in 50 seconds ago. And if you want to check the restart policy whether it is applied or not, so you can check it with the nginx-demo. So here at the top you can go and you will be able to see the restart policy automatically. So here always, and the maximum count is 0. So we are able to see the restart policy has been updated. Now what I will try to do it is, so let's try to check the container ps. Now the status is running, right? So I will try to stop this container. So Docker container stop this nginx-demo. So Docker container stop nginx-demo. So it has been stopped. Now if I try to check the status for this one, so now it is stopped. Now what I will try to do, I will try to reboot the system. So then as this container has a restart policy of always, so if I reboot the system, automatically the container also should be started. So let's try to check it. Sudo reboot, and I will be using not just 1 2 3 4. Now if you try to check, so it is rebooting. So it will take some time to reboot, and if you want you can check it here, the status. So here it is rebooting. So that means the virtual machine is getting, or the Docker host machine is getting restarted. So now what I need to do is, so if I log in into this Docker host machine or this one, automatically the container also should be up. Whereas in the restart policy, no, the container didn't get started. So we have did it manually to start the container. Whereas here in the restart always, automatically the container should be started. So if you try to check it again, so here if I try to on, so maybe this time it will connect, I think. Maybe I'm thinking, yeah. So it got connected. Now if you try to, so now if I try to do it, what I want to do is Docker container ps-a, if I try to check it, now see it is up 16 seconds ago. Automatically the container also started. So this is about the restart always. So restart always will always start the container whenever the exit code is greater than or equal to 0. At any means when the daemon got restarted, or the what I want to say is the container got restarted means then automatically it will be started. For example, let's say that I will stop it. I will try to show you another scenario also. So nginx-demo, I stopped it. So now if you try to check the container, it has stopped, right? Now instead of rebooting, I will restart the daemon, Docker daemon. So for check, in order to check this one, systemctl status docker. So I have showed you this one. So test 1 2 3 4. Let's log in, and you will be able to see that 1 minute 4 seconds ago the Docker status is active and running. So now what I will try to do, so here I will try to restart this one, or otherwise restart the Docker. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it has restarted. Now if I want to check the status of this one, see 3 seconds ago it has been started. Now if I want, so now I have stopped the container, right? So let's try to check the container status. So if I try to check the container status, automatically the container also got started. So that means there is no need to reboot the system. If you reboot, if the daemon also got restarted, means automatically the container restart policy will be invoked for the particular containers and the restart policy will be executed. So these are the two parameters that are available in the restart policy. In the next video we will see the other remaining restart policies like on failure, max retries, and another one is unless stopped. So we'll try to see it in the next video. Hope you understood about these restart policies. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.